Let me say this to you. Be very careful in this season. If y'all haven't paid attention to anything, if you haven't paid attention to the spirit of Saul, and when people, let me tell you something. When God give you truth, it's his business and his job to come back and contradict what God told you, what God said to you in your quiet time with him. He's just doing his job, and we can't even get mad at him. At some point we got to get mad at ourselves enough to say, you know what, I know what God said, and I know what you're trying to say. Okay, because that's his job. He's doing that every time God say a certain thing. I've been done like that so many times, and you know why? It's because I yield my spirit for that moment to hear what Satan had to say. Okay, so when God give you a vision, when he give you a word, if you know you're not going to remember, write it down and put it somewhere to where when it's time for you to go back and you pick that thing up and say, oh yeah, check that off. God did that. He said it and he did it. And God always bring us warning. God never do anything without bringing us a warning. When you drive in your car and you get these little warning signs, your little sound that letting you know your brakes are going out, or you hear that little knock and you know you need oil, or you know your car is not pulling, you know you need transmission fluid. If your steering wheel is not turning the right way, you know you need power steering fluid. All that stuff. See, everything comes with a sign first. And we got to learn that when people show you who they are, you got to believe them at some point, especially when you don't spend a certain amount of time. I always tell people, you never, ever, ever say what a person will and won't do. Okay, when they get desperate, desperate people do desperate things. And that's just like when the enemy get desperate to try to ruin your life, that devil will go above and beyond. It'll start tapping into other things to mess up your spirit, to mess up you, because for whatever reason. And sometimes I tell people, I tell leaders, I talk all the time to my grandkids, and I tell them, I say, you know what, some people are assigned to come in your life and make a mess. Okay, just like you know that God assigned people to you, Satan does too, because he know what you like, he know what you want. So sometimes he'll send people in your life that don't even mean you good. When you deal with people all the time, they just talk and lie and be so deceptive. How in the world would you even think about believing somebody that lie all the time, or somebody that can't be truthful even just a little bit? That's dangerous. So I tell people all the time, in this season, you better choose wisely in your ministry. You better choose wisely, because I'm telling you, this is not a game. And right now, he's hitting hard because his time is about up. So he gonna use whatever he can use. Even he got to use you against you, he'll do that. Okay? Flip that thing on that joker. Tell him, I win. Bottom line, you lose. I win.